We are awaiting a decision that could come at any point today from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in regards to a decision over President Donald Trump's controversial travel ban. Joining us on the phone this morning as we anticipate that ruling is Washington's Attorney General Bob Ferguson. Thanks for staying with us. We want to get right to it here. I know that your Solicitor General was the one grilled in court by those appellate judges, so we're going to try to grill you this morning. I feel like that's a fair trade-off. One of the issues that was brought up in that hearing is whether or not this is a true ban on a religion, that being a ban on Muslims. And it's something that the judges really hit hard on. You know, there are 1.6 billion Muslims worldwide. This ban impacts really only a small fraction of them. So how is it that your office can argue that this amounts to a ban on Muslims?
Sure. So as Noah Purcell, my Solicitor General, pointed out in that oral argument, is that a ban like this or any piece of legislation, for example, or any executive action can have a discriminatory impact, even if it doesn't impact every single person in a particular class. You don't have to discriminate against all African Americans, for example, in a state in order for something to have a discriminatory impact or an effect. And that's the bottom line. And that's not just Noah saying that or me saying that. That's what the courts say. So the bottom line is, for that part of our claim, that constitutional claim, if a motivating factor of the president's action was his racial animus towards Muslims, then that would require the executive order to be struck down.
And one of the other big things and arguments from the Department of Justice is they believe that the president should have the power to make decisions he feels are in the national security interests of this country. I mean, he's the one with the big staff around him. He's the one that gets briefings about our national security, about what's happening over abroad. So why do you think that we can make, or that these judges can make, a better decision about what's in the best interest of our country than the president can?
Sure, and this, I think, gets to the heart of the case, Brandy. And first, we concede, and we've said this in our briefs and in our oral argument, that the president does indeed have broad discretion to issue executive orders like this. No dispute around that at all. The key question, though, was asked by one of the judges to the Department of Justice when they said, hey, federal government, are you saying that the president's action is unreviewable? As you might recall, there was a long pause before the lawyer for the federal government said, yes. In other words, their argument is the federal courts cannot look at all at an action like this by the president. And frankly, as Noah has said, that argument is frightening. That has never been the law. It cannot be the law. And frankly, I will not allow it to be the law. We are a nation of laws. We have checks and balances. And the federal courts can appropriately look behind a president's actions. Do they grant broad discretion to the president? You bet. But that does not mean it is unreviewable, which is exactly what the federal government is arguing in court.
Certainly a decision that's going to have impacts not only on this administration, but on presidents to come. Attorney General, we appreciate your time this morning. We'll be watching this decision very, very closely.
Thanks so much, Brandy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. As you heard him say there, you know, arguing against some of the key points that the Department of Justice has made in this case, and it really is to the heart of the case. What powers does the president have that can be checked? What powers does the president have that cannot be checked? And this is a ruling, regardless of what happens, that really is going to be used by future presidents when it comes to what they feel their powers are, specifically and most importantly when it comes to keeping our country safe.
Yeah, it's a very big deal. A lot of questions here, and of course, what's next once this ruling comes down, as we talked about yesterday, as this could be on its way to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, and again, this decision really could come at any point today. We will get some notice. We will offer opportunities to stream that live and for all of you to see that live on Facebook and our various social media platforms. So we'll be tracking it.
All right, Brandy. Thank you. Yeah.